One of the more challenging problems many users have is understanding how to manage the layers in external references, or XREFs. We're going to be inserting an XREF into a drawing using the Bind option. Bind inserts an external reference into a drawing as a block, but maintains the layers. We can then use the Lay Merge tool to merge unneeded or duplicate layers. We're going to have more than one external reference in this drawing. If I go to my layer drop-down list, you can see that we have a lot of layers. You can tell which layers belong to an external reference because those layers have a bar symbol in their name. I'm going to attach a new external reference to this drawing. An external reference is basically another AutoCAD drawing that resides outside of the host drawing. When I attach an external drawing, I am overlaying it on top of the host drawing. You can use images, point clouds, and coordination models as overlays. PDFs and DWIFs can be used as underlays. I'm going to open the XREF Manager. I just type XREF. I currently have one external reference already in my file. I select Attach DWG to bring in another XREF. I select the Factory Lighting-M drawing. I click Open. I can bring the drawing in as an attachment or as an overlay. I'm going to use the Attachment option. The Attachment option saves a copy of the XREF drawing in my drawing. The Overlay option creates a link to the XREF drawing in my drawing. This means if I want to email this drawing to someone and I use the Attachment option, the XREF will be included. If I use the Overlay option, the XREF will not be included. I'm going to accept all the defaults for insertion. I don't want to change the scale. I want the drawing to insert at the origin so that it aligns properly with the host drawing. I don't want to rotate the attachment or it won't place properly in the host drawing. I click OK. The XREF is placed in the drawing. I get a dialog pop-up telling me that I have unreconciled layers. Unreconciled layers are layers that have been added to the drawing or to attached XREFs since the layer list was last evaluated. AutoCAD is basically warning me that layers are being added to the drawing that I may want to review. I can click on the link to bring up the Layers Properties Manager. At the bottom of the dialog, I am informed that 19 layers were added to my layer list when I attached the new external reference. To reconcile the layers, I just highlight them all, right-click, and select Reconcile Layer. I'm going to bind one of the XREFs in the drawing. The Bind command converts the XREF to a block and brings in all the layers for that external reference. I highlight Factory Lighting-M. I right-click and select Bind. I select the Bind option and click OK. I close the XREF dialog. When I hover over that external reference, it now displays as a block reference on layer 0. When I look at the layer drop-down list, I see that the layers for the XREF I just did the bind with no longer have a bar symbol. Now they have a $0 added to the layer name. As I go down the layer list, I see a layer for the XREF I just inserted had layers for windows and walls. I want to combine those layers with the host drawing using the Merge tool. In order to merge, I need to isolate the objects using those layers. I can use a Layer Properties filter to isolate those objects. I open the Layer Properties Manager. I highlight all, right-click, and select New Properties Filter. For the filter name, I type Windows and Walls. The layers are listed in the lower panel with those properties. I click OK. I close the Layer Properties Manager. Now only the layers in the Property filter are listed in the drop-down list on the Home tab. I select the Layer Merge tool located on the extended area of the Layers panel on the Home tab. I right-click and select Name. I scroll down and select the Factory Lighting $M $0 walls from the list. I click OK. I click Enter to complete my selection. I select one of the interior walls in the display window, and AutoCAD prompts me if I want to continue. I select Yes. The XREF layer is deleted. I go up to the layer list. The layer used by the XREF for walls is no longer on the list. The devices in my electric XREF are a dark blue that is difficult to see. I can modify the color without changing it in the external file. I open the Layer Properties Manager. I locate the Devices layer. I change the color to yellow. The layer updates to show the new color. I'm going to open up the external reference so that you can see that the layer colors in the external reference file remain the same. I select the XREF, I right-click and select Open XREF. In the external file, the devices are still blue. Managing layers and the display of external references is pretty easy once you learn some of the tools. Using property filters to help you locate elements on layers, using layer merge to combine layers, and changing the properties of external references can make managing your drawings a breeze.